This is Annette Negron, and our special guest today is Carmen Bais with Prudential Real Estate from Lodi. Welcome, Carmen.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. I want our viewers to know a little bit more about you as far as what you're doing, where you service, and what are some of the things that consumers can really look for in the real estate world today, because it is different from years ago, would you not say?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay,
it has changed so much. It's gone from one aspect to another. What is happening right now is that obviously the inventory is very low. So in order for someone to start looking for a home, they need to be pre-approved. That's like the utmost, the top of the line thing that you need.
Right.
Because it not only is going to tell you what your payments are going to be and whether or not you can qualify, but it also is going to give you an idea of where to start looking.
Yeah.
And it is really important that you not only talk to one lender, but also ask questions.
Ask questions.
Tons of questions.
I agree with you on that. You want to be prepared and ask the right questions. Now, when a client comes to see you, and you do both listings and purchases, just to let the viewers know, what are some of the things as far as a listing, when you're listing someone's property, what are the things that you encourage consumers or the client to understand or help them process?
Well, first of all, when I interview someone that I'm going to take a listing of, I want to let them know what I do in order to get that home sold. I want them to know that I'm going to be 100% engaged in that sale.
Right, and you ask the right questions and so forth and so on, right?
Yes. I also tell them to get their home prepared. Some people have tons of things all over the place. We want it to be as neutral as possible. So I ask them to take some pictures down, clear up some, counters, make sure that the home is clean at all times.
Right.
If they need help, I offer help. I bring my box and let's put things in the garage.
This is the type of realtor we can all. I know that some of the challenges for realtors are listing homes at the right price, and I know that's a challenge that you obviously have today. Tell us, give us some hints of what people should be really looking at when listing a price for a home.
Well, they need to know their neighborhood. They definitely need to know how their home compares to their neighborhood. And I advise them, if there's open houses in that area, to go over and look at them and talk to the realtor that's having that open house. How did they figure what price to put on that house?
Right.
Because those same questions, I'm not unique in that respect. All realtors have that same basic knowledge of the market and the same information to pull from to determine a price.
Right.
So it is important for my client to also know how we come up with that.
With the value.
With the value, yes.
Now, if you have your home listed for too long of a period, there's obviously, that's one of the indications of value. The price
is too high.
What are we seeing with buyers right now currently? You mentioned that inventory is low for certain price ranges, if that's correct.
Definitely.
So what do you encourage buyers to do?
First of all, be open. Don't lock yourself into, I only can go, here, or I can only have that.
Right.
And be patient.
Good.
Because the right house is going to come at the right price. We just have to find it.
Right.
And since inventory is low, it may be that at the time, that 30-day period that you think I'm going to find a house in 30 days, that house may not be on the market at that time.
Exactly.
And it may be, take you 30 or 60 days to do it. But it also is very, very important not to be running to one realtor and then another and then another. The person that you select to represent you is going to be the one that's going to work 100% to find you the right house. And you will find it.
You will find
it.
I know that you are dealing with some short sales, correct? That's a lot of the inventory.
That's on the that's out there right now is the short sales. And if we find a house that is in that short sale situation, I tell my buyers to be patient, because generally it'll take you maybe 30 to 60 days to get the bank to respond.
Right.
Because you're not only dealing with the seller, you're dealing with the bank as well. So once you've presented the offer to the seller and he accepts it or counters it or whatever, you still have to go to the bank and let them know that you have that offer, but also let them know what the community is like. You give them a comparison of what
Right.
is on the market and why that particular offer is
a good offer. I hear this
Exactly.
occasionally, and I know you've heard it before, and we've had this discussion, that people feel that they're more inclined to get their offer accepted if they're dealing with the listing agent as a buyer. Would you say that's true or not? What's your opinion on that?
I don't believe that to be true.
Okay.
We have a fiduciary right to our clients,
Mhm.
whether I'm representing the seller or
Mhm.
whether I'm representing my buyer.
Mhm.
I need to be very honest with them and forthright. If it is my listing
Mhm.
and I have 5 offers, I can't, just because one is mine doesn't mean that it's the best.
Right.
And I'm trying to do the best for my
part
client.
of the BNI family as well, and your chapter is up in Lodi, and of course that I'm also involved with BNI. It's one of the things we have in common. How's that working out for you, and what's happening in your chapter right now?
The nice thing about BNI
Mhm.
is that you not only get to meet professionals,
Mhm.
but you get to know their business
Exactly.
and what they do within that business, so that you feel more like a family. And I'm referring a good friend. I'm referring somebody I know something about,
Exactly.
rather than just picking up the telephone book and choosing a phone number.
Exactly.
It is just wonderful. And what's really, really nice about BNI is not only that you're working within your chapter, but you have a network of other chapters that you can pull resources. I've been looking for listings.
Okay.
I hopefully listings that are with equity.
Okay.
Since we have such a shortage of homes in the market right now, that has been my focus.
Excellent.
And although I thoroughly enjoy working with buyers, you just become a family, when you're working with a buyer. But right now I've been focusing on listings.
So people that are interested in listing their homes, Carmen is there, so you can give her a contact, and I will be putting Carmen's information right down here where folks can contact her. And one more thing, I want to share with our viewers that Carmen does speak Spanish. Sí, como no, habla español.
Muy bien, sí.
Ella puede representar a las personas que necesitan casas, y eso es una decisión muy importante en la vida de mucha gente. So Carmen es la persona que te tiene que llamar. So Carmen, I will give that information also.
Okay, great.
All right. And so with that, we will end our interview, and thank you so much, Carmen.
Well, thank you for having me. This is fun.
It is fun.
It is.